All right, I'm live. I have never done this before, so I'm hoping that nobody shows up. Anyway, I basically just wanted to get on here and get started doing this to feel comfortable being live, which honestly is uncomfortable for me. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world where it seems as if it needs to be discussed, and I don't have anybody to talk to about it, mainly because my family is very, I don't know, very, because they're open-minded, but they're not incredibly awake. I don't know how to, because I don't want to say anything that's negative, which I ultimately would never. I don't think anything negative about anybody who isn't aware of what's really going on in the world, and maybe what I feel is really going on in the world isn't really going on, you know? So let's get started with who the am I, right? Who am I? Who are you? Do you even know? I mean, there's so many things suggesting that there's only a certain percentage of our conscious mind actually at work, and I've got this Sanskrit mantra going in the background, which is from she's also on YouTube. Her name's Sanskrit, and what she's let's see, the mantra is, let's see, Mrityurmangritam Gamaya Om. She'll start it again. Lead me from the unreal to the real. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Mrityamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurmangritam Gamaya Om. Lead me from the unreal. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurmangritam Gamaya Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurmangritam Gamaya Om. Okay, that was actually difficult for me. Lead me from the unreal to the real, from the darkness to the light, from death to immortality. Those sound like very powerful words, and ultimately, whenever you speak, you know, your life is being created at that very moment. And so what I've been questioning, going through, you know, my mind is, who am I? Meaning, how do I find that out? By just sitting with who I am and going within, you know, closing my eyes and meditating. There's almost always too many distractions for me to really do that. And I mean, I can always get rid of those distractions and sit and meditate and do that, but that is probably one of the hardest things for me to do. I have a hard time slowing down. Right now, my heart rate is just racing, but that's because I'm sitting here on the live video. My son's about to be home. It's 5 o'clock on a Thursday evening in Oklahoma City, and when I say, like, okay, if I go in within my mind and go to the past to sort of figure out what it was that I've been taught, and those sort of programmed responses that I tend to habitually exhibit and express throughout my life is difficult, because sometimes I don't remember when a certain behavior was influenced, and or when I just picked up on it, or if I was taught, if I learned it. So unlearning what we were taught and or what we've sort of picked up from either television or, friends, schoolmates. Like, it's difficult because most of the time, most people don't have memories of all that. The memories are, they're just like piled on top of by experiences and other, um, even emotional responses or fabricated and hypothetical conversations we have in our minds. I'm a real big, like, that's really bad for me. Like, I'm always hypothetically, like, thinking of like storytelling, I guess. So, which I actually think is kind of fun because it's never really negative. I mean, if it is negative, I go into the whole. You've got to be sarcastic and make fun of it. You've got to be able to laugh at life, especially the most evil bullshit. Because I can't even express how incredibly scary and evil that dark side of the world is, which we all must sort of embrace it and accept it for what it is, for who it is, for who we are, for who everyone is. And in fact, if we don't know who you are, what better time than now to get to know yourself, whether or not it's like truly getting to know yourself or going back through your behaviors and responses and learned uh, I guess programs. I don't like saying that, but dang, it's the truth. I don't know exactly how long I'll have this video. I hear my son just showed up, so he's gonna pop in here. I'm in the garage, which I like to sit out here. I like to decorate it, and so it's constantly changing. Um, I'm always bringing art out here. This is one of the latest I've done. This is what the shape of a break in the TV screen looked like. TV screen that my son broke. And at first he tried to trick me into thinking that he didn't break it. It was actually really funny because I was like, oh, how did that happen? And then like, oh wow, that's crazy. And then after I'd fixed it, because it was the cord that broke, after I fixed the cord, there was a break in the television. I was like, when did this happen? And I thought, maybe it happened in the drive back home. And then it clicked and I was like,